Okay, for part 2 of our egg notes, I get really excited about this because I think it's really neat to see all the processes that eggs go through that we so often take for granted. So first of all, the USDA, or U.S. Department of Agriculture, is responsible for all grading of eggs. They do all poultry and dairy products. Let's see. Okay, here's the USDA webpage in reference to eggs. It is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. The material presented on this page, it summarizes our entire chapter. It's great information. You really should take the time to go. Now, this will take you where you need to go if you type in USDA shell eggs from farm to table. It's everything about preparation, storage, bacteria, the process of candling them. It's an outstanding website. I'm not going to go through it all right now, but I learned so much from reading this website. So first of all, grading is determined by inner and outer quality. And remember, we talked about how eggs are not, broken open and then glued back together when we get them. So the way they determine that inner quality is that process of candling. And here's that video that we saw of people just doing it kind of in their backyard, candling by holding a flashlight up to the egg. And we talked about all of those pores, up to 17,000 pores that can be on an eggshell to help you see through it. Now, this webpage or this video, I'm not going to show it, but it's neat. It shows how the egg in a factory on an egg machine is actually washed to help remove any of the bacteria on the shell. Now, there is still risk of salmonella because of all those pores. In fact, salmonella can be sucked into the egg white or the egg yolk. It can come from before the shell was even formed, when the egg was inside of the hen, or it can be exposed during the process of laying the egg. The egg can be exposed to salmonella. So they wash the egg to help with that. Then they dry it. Then they do the candling process. Now, for candling, again, you hold it up and you can see through it. This is cool. This is showing the actual development of a chick. So it's a little bit different. But see how you can see, and this would be like where you can see the air pocket forming. Isn't that really neat? I just really think that's a cool process. So you should take some time and watch this video. They also show how they would crack open the eggs from this machine as well if they were going to make like a pasteurized egg product and sell it to a restaurant. When you're candling and looking for quality, you want to have the yolk in the center, that nice tight culaza, keeping the yolk in the center. Also a smaller air pocket, because remember, as the egg ages, the air pocket grows. The 3 grades of egg are AA, A, and B. The style you want to look for most is AA or A. If you look at that USDA website, you can see their image. I think it's, right. Where to go? There it is. AA and A. That's typically what we buy in the store. These are the freshest eggs. Now, grade B is not saying that it's bad. It's just the appearance isn't going to be as great. So when we looked at our notes, I did this little drawing, kind of what we see. Here it is. So a fresher or higher grade egg is going to also have that higher yolk and that firmer albumin. An older or lower grade egg is going to have a flatter yolk, and then the albumin will be spreading out more. Now, remember, that's at the time of packaging. So you can get a grade A, AA egg, and it looks like this when you go to crack it, and that could just be it's aged, it's sat there and aged since it's been packaged. So just make sure you understand it's at the time of packaging. Now, that appearance is important if we're making like a fried, what you guys often call sunny side up, or poached egg, or even a hard cooked, because you want it to look like this. And in hard cooked, you don't want to have a great big air pocket in it and lose a lot of that volume. Grade B egg, if the egg's going to look like this, use it in like a scrambled or an omelet where you're going to beat it up anyway and it doesn't really matter. So that's the different gradings of eggs. Most common sizes of eggs used in a recipe are large or extra large. If a recipe calls for an egg, they're banking on you using a large egg, which is about 1/4 cup of liquid. If you were using an egg product that's pasteurized, that's like a liquid form, you could just measure out 1/4 cup. The sizes of eggs are jumbo, extra large, large, medium, and small. And this image right here shows you the different sizes of eggs. Let's see if that'll pop up for you. There we go. And you can see the different sizes all the way from jumbo down to peewee. I'm looking at those different sizes of eggs. All right, and one more thing we'll do real quick is color of egg. Now remember that the yolk is determined by what the hens eat. This awesome website I was telling you about, the USDA website, goes through all of this, okay? Typically they'll add like marigold petals or other, which are that bright yellowish orange color, to a hen feed to make that yolk a nice bright color. The shell color is determined by the breed of hen, okay? A brown eggshell does not automatically make that egg more nutritious than a white eggshell. It's just a different breed, okay? And this picture is just fun to show that the earlobes of hens kind of are one of the significant factors that you look at to see what color eggshell that your hen is going to lay. But anyway, it doesn't determine the freshness or the nutritional value. Nutritional value is determined by how the hen is raised, how it's fed, the free range, or the omega-3s that can be infused in. Those are different factors that can improve the nutrition, but not just the shell color. All right, storing of eggs. Eggs are highly perishable. They should be stored in the fridge. That should say fridge. I'll just go ahead and fix that while I'm on here. There you go. Fridge immediately. If you look back at that USDA website, this is showing the length of time you can store eggs. In the shell, 3 to 5 weeks. If you look at the package, it will tell you the date. There's always a date stamped on the package of eggs. Egg whites, if they are out of the shell, or egg yolks, 2 to 4 days. Okay, they go bad very quickly. And you can go through all of these, but the other one that I wanted you to understand is if you've cooked something like an egg dish, like an omelet, and you only eat half, only 3 days in the fridge for that. Do store in their original carton, we said, because with all of those pores on the eggshell, they can easily pick up moisture or gas or other odors. The humidity affects them. Also, the riboflavin that's in the egg white is light sensitive and can be easily destroyed. Do not keep your eggs on your door. That is exposure to way too many elements. Keep them very cold in the original carton. And you don't need to wash them. They are, as you can see in that previous video, washed in the production of them, the packaging process. You don't need to wash them before storing, but you can wash them right before you use them if you want. All right, we're going to stop there and then we'll come back with preparation.